Oh, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the letter. That's right. I told you I'd be playing it again, and I am. That's what I'm doing today. So let's get right into it. Let's load game where we left off. We started as Rebecca. Oh, we're playing as Becca now, guys. This is how it begins, or so they say. With a gentle wind drifting through wide open windows, muffled laughters and footsteps fading behind empty hallways, in the light kiss of the afternoon sun. Chat, she's a teacher. I low-key forgot for a second. I was like, what is she talking about? Soon there will be a call, a crossing of thresholds into the unknown. Maybe we're off to some grand adventure or diving into another gripping mystery. One can't really tell. For all I know, a hero might even come sweep me off my feet if I'm lucky.
That's not exactly a bad thing when you think about it.
But this is far from one, isn't it? A riveting tale, that is. The mild breeze, the faint murmurs, the warm rays painting every nook and cranny a fiery hue, they're all as real as they can get. As much as I want to write a little tale out of this, I'm far from someone who can. Fleeting fancies, that's what these are. Merely passing thoughts to occupy an idle mind, while waiting for another busy workday to end. Then again, maybe another life I am one? Who knows? But at present, what I have and what I've chosen to be, well...
I won't last years here if I find teaching rowdy adolescents a tedious job, will I?
Admittedly, the whole affair isn't exactly as grand or exciting as I had imagined as a child. If I weren't so stubborn and too passionate about the whole idea, I probably would have quit a long time ago. It's always the kids that make it worthwhile, isn't it? As if in agreement, as soon as my pen slides into a neat circle against the papers I'm grading, the final bell rings. Like a dam that has opened, students begin pulling out into the hallway soon after. For a short minute, I let the noise fill my ears, let my mind wander to a place far removed from all the hubbub. Solitary moments like this have come few and far between lately. Even my own home hasn't been as quiet as usually I prefer. Though in hindsight, the entire place hasn't been the same either, since Isabella moved in next door. And if her fussing over a minor cold last week tells anything, I might as well throw any idea of solitude out the nearest balcony so long as she lives nearby. At the memory, my eyes automatically shift over the bottle sitting at the edge of my desk. A chuckle escapes from me as I reach
A little
forward.
ball of energy and enthusiasm. That big baby.
Mother, and she calls me, and then she says, and does the same thing right after. Not that I'm unused to being on the receiving end of other people's worries, or I feel any sort of apprehension over her fretting. If I have to be completely honest, it's actually amusing how someone could be childlike one minute and then act like a responsible adult the next. But there's a dissonance there, both in her actions and words. Although she may not act like it, may not say anything, may not lose her cheer one way or another, I know these troubles have weighed down on her lately. Her face says it all, that big numpty. If she thinks I won't notice, she's got another thing coming for her. That's how she has always been. I do understand that part, loud and clear. It's just that I'd really rather not pass another burden on to her.
Or become one myself.
Aren't I supposed to be the one taking care of them? Though I guess that's simply one of those things people eventually grow away from, once you've all started leading different lives. True, yeah. I'm very distracted by the background. Sports day, career day, deadlines, cleaning schedule, clear for calendar. That don't look like a calendar. Not completely different, I hope. Somehow that thought makes me feel uneasy. Well, that's true. I'm really worried about Mary Ann. I mean, she is like in a cell down in a basement somewhere right now. I hope we figure out that. Thankfully, before stranger ideas could take root in my head, a faint buzzing comes from my bag, cutting through the rest of my thoughts. A small frown forms on my lips when the screen lights up and an unknown number flashes. For a long second, my thumb hovers over the answer button, even the voice that responds, once I do accept the call, is wholly unfamiliar.
Oh, goodness. Finally, it connects. Hello? Is this Miss Gales? Rebecca Gales? Yes, speaking. Who is this? Oh, sorry. Rose Cooper, Briar Realty Corporation.
No! Stop! Rose, hi. Hi, Rose. Bro. She literally, her death made me so sad. Bro, why did they have to kill her off? Chat, that was so stupid. Hi, Rose.
Briar Realty?
My frown deepens as I straighten from my chair. Something in her tone, despite sounding remarkably friendly. So this is a while back. This is before Rose died. And light doesn't sit quite well with me. The rigid pause that follows doesn't help ease that tension that has suddenly descended either.
Miss Cooper? Yes. Things are a bit busy on my end. I apologize. I'm not certain if Isabella has mentioned anything before, but we're working together on a property at the moment, and... The Armengard Mansion, yes. She said something about that earlier. Is there a problem? This is about Isabella, actually.
It is. She wastes no time relaying everything. The details she provided are admittedly a bit vague, but enough to get me to get a gist of what happened. It isn't a bad sort, I'm expecting, though still worrying, especially with words panic attack and pale looking a bit sickly, woven together in one foreboding sentence. As quickly as it surfaces, I stomp down on the urge to demand answers right there and then. Now isn't the proper time for useless questions. I'll find out soon enough regardless. To Miss Cooper's credit, she neither hesitates nor falters all throughout. There's some sort of comfort in knowing Isabella has someone like her to guide her, though not as much as I would have liked. After all, this is Isabella we're talking about. Where's the chances she just said a bunch of excuses so she won't get sent home? High. Very high. Oh, she is going to hear it this time. She is so going to hear it this time.
You were listed as one of her emergency contacts, so I thought it'd be best you know about this. How is she? Is she doing okay? I had her take a break for now, but honestly, I'd feel better if someone were to pick her up and take her home for some rest. Antham's a fair distance from Luxbourne. I really don't want her going off on her own. I'd do it myself, but... oh, you know how it is today. Big day. People everywhere until the open house ends. I'm really sorry to ask this of you, Miss Gales. I know you're busy. Oh, no, it's all good. I was just about to leave from work. I hope to leave early today anyway. A few minutes ahead wouldn't hurt. I can be there in a few, 30, 40 minutes tops. Is that all right? More than fine, Miss Gales, thank you. We're supposed to be here until... oh, excuse me. One moment, please. Yes, ma'am.
But from... oh, wait, I'm forgetting to read. I'm reading it in my head, but I'm like... but from what little I could hear, it appears Isabella has every right to be optimistic about the sale. If I didn't understand why she was so adamant refusing my offer of help before, I think I do now. To some degree.
We'll be resuming the tour soon. Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I really need to get this thing going. Lord knows how I'll salvage the situation here. It shouldn't be anything complicated, but still, clients. They can be difficult when they want to be. Anyway, just look for me when you get here, alright? That shouldn't be too hard to miss. No problem. Thanks for letting me know about this.
Yup.
Just make sure Isabella stays put, please. Heaven knows how stubborn that girl can be. Oh, believe me, I know. Don't worry about it. I'll have a few of our staff keep an eye on her for me until you get here. That's all I'm asking. I appreciate it.
The whole thing ends on a surprisingly pleasant note. If only the same can be said for the news she brought. I allow a brief minute to pass to ease whatever tension has latched itself firmly to my nerves. But no matter how much I wish for it, my mind stubbornly refuses to do so. My hands are unsteady against the papers I pretend to arrange after. Lucid thoughts, every single ounce of it grimmer than the other, grows with each passing second I linger. Something about this whole thing, along with the sudden unease and nagging worry, screams off. Wrong. This isn't the riveting tale I've hoped to step into today. Even on a rush, getting everything in order before leaving takes nearly a good quarter hour. By the time I make it out of the classroom, the commotion has already died down, dwindling to more echoes and distant laughers. Nearby room, melodies from a rehearsing band drift freely into the air, filling the almost empty hallway with their warm, lively tunes. Any other day, I'll stop, bask in the music, and enjoy what little peace it brings. Not today, however. My steps are brisk and sure as I march to Edwards Hall exit. The sooner I confirm Isabella's okay, the sooner I can shake this niggling feeling. Niggling. Okay. Alright. Okay, chat. I don't feel comfortable with that word. I don't know how you pronounce that. Niggling? Niggling. Nigling. I don't know. Oh. That sounds so bad. That's really close to the M word. Okay. For one reason or another, that single call of all possible things has thrown everything off kilter. I'd rather this be over with as quickly as possible. I want to see if any other YouTubers, I know a lot of them haven't played this, but if any other YouTubers have gotten to that niggling part, because I don't like that. So much that I nearly barrel over a student in my haste. Though perhaps it's really the other way around. When I look down, a set of eyes, bright and hopeful, stare back at me. Her arms are wrapped around my waist with a vise. As at my attention, a grin spreads over her face.
Hello, Kylie. You know, you aren't supposed to run into people like that.
Sorry, Miss Pink. I'm sorry, why doesn't she have a voice? Because she had a voice before. She loosens her hold on me, but not a hint of guilt or regret appears on her. If anything, it seems the remark only amused her. A smile appears on my face before I can help it, matching the one on her own.
Just remember not to do it again, all right? You could get hurt.
You sound like my mama when she's scolding Rowan, Miss Pink.
Miss Pink.
I'm sure your mama only means well. I know she'll be worried sick if one of you were to get hurt. Where's your brother anyway? Aren't you two supposed to be heading home now?
Rowan said he's got some stuff he needs to do before we go. I think he's taking too long. But he promised to buy
Any chance?
Okay, wait, I just skipped way too much. She shakes her head, both her hands going to her mouth as if to keep a precious secret from spilling out.
I made a promise. He said it for Tio Luke.
Oh, something like a gift?
Like a deal. Tio promised to take him somewhere cool when he's old enough. Rowan's gonna prove he's a grown-up.
The teacher in me wants to give whoever this Tio is a reprimed for brain about this kind of behavior in children. But if both Sarah's kids are so fond of him, there shouldn't be anything to worry about, yes? At any rate, they're nothing but well-behaved, both Kylie and her brother. Rowan, the eldest, may have been an occasional odd streak in and out of class, but their parents taught them well. I see no reason to cast any suspicion of bad behavior on them.
As long as it isn't anything dangerous, all right?
It's not. Cross my heart. My drawings are a lot prettier than what he's doing anyway. Tio said so. Do you want to see? I drew one earlier at class.
Is that why you're here?
Not really. I was gonna show it to my friend first. But since it's you, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you see it before she does.
Oh no. I can't stay right now, Kylie.
Her face falls immediately after the words are out. A small part of me feels responsible for that crestfallen look, but as much as I want to stay a little longer, there's another place I need to be at right now. Frankly, another child to look after. Taking both of her hands, I kneel in front of her and muster the most rueful smile I can give. At her age, I'm quite sure she already understands what I'm about to say before they're even out. But remarkably, she doesn't look away or pout as I'm expecting her to.
I'm sorry. You know what? Rowan has a class with me on Monday around this time. Why don't you drop by again next week? After class? I'll even make sure to wait for you. It's just that I absolutely must leave now. My friend had an accident earlier, and I'm the only one she has here.
What about her mama and papa?
Her family lives really far from here, I'm afraid. Do you remember where Asia is? The southeast part? That's where they are.
Her eyes immediately light up at my question. Just like that, I know I've earned the girl's forgiveness.
Oh, just like Takako.
Who?
My friend. She said she used to live there, only just a little higher than southeast. But she hasn't come home in a long time, so she doesn't remember much about it anymore. Melody says it's weird I talked to her, but I think she's just shy. They could be good friends too. Don't you think so, Miss Pink?
Maybe if you introduce them properly, they will be.
That's what I think. Takako's just lonely. If she makes more friends, she won't be anymore. Is your friend like that too?
A little, possibly. To be honest, sometimes I can't tell with her.
After all, as well, has always been the kind to hold a smile, even when things have taken a turn for the worse. 5 years and one will think it's enough time to know a person. But when you consider it, come to think of it, all these years I've never not even once seen her cry. Not over a trivial matter or even when things are tough.
Okay, you can go to her. I'll just show you my drawing next time.
Thank you. Remind me to buy you a huge glass of parfait, all right?
No, I'll get a stomachache. Takako says so. A small one is okay.
I'll remember that. Say hi to your friend for me.
I will. I'm sure she'd love to meet you too. See you, Miss Pink.
I'll see you later, Kylie.
London Bridge is falling
She doesn't look back or wait for any sort of goodbye from me. There's a song and an extra spring in her step. She bounds across the corridor with as much spirit only a child her age can have. As if the conversation has never taken any downhill turn for her at all. As if there isn't a single thing to worry about in the world. Not long after, she disappears behind a door, leaving behind strains of an old familiar rhyme lingering in the air. Carefree, unbidden, untroubled moments like this, I envy her. And as I resume my hurried pace, a tiny whisper at the back of my mind wishes the same can be said of myself and my own worries. Luxbourne may be a small city, but it's no stranger to hellish rush hour traffic. But surprisingly, getting out of the city today proves more of a breeze than a hassle. A relief considering how none of my calls to Isabella have made it through. Either the reception's really bad over here or she's ignoring them on purpose. Both does nothing to ease the disquiet in me. The rest of my drive passes without much incident as soon as I'm out of the busy streets. So I just want to say something. I know the library, because the library is where BECCA and Marianne met that one time. I know the coffee shop because they go there sometimes. And I know the bar there because that's where they're always at. Briar Realty Corp. Anyways. In less than 30 minutes, the mansion looms ahead of me. Ermengarde Mansion. For all the fuss Isabella made about the house, it remains a thing of beauty. I guess it do, huh? Unlike Luxbourne, the estate and the nearby Ansem village stand as its complete opposite. Living and breathing the songs of the old whispers of a once booming having linger in the air. Contemporary conveniences aside, it's a place I'm glad modernization hasn't wholly touched.
It's just a shame the locals know more of the silly hearsay than the history itself. If I could only knock some sense into these people.
Yeah. Some sadly complaining is all I can afford to do. As much as I want to give them a piece of my mind, it isn't why I'm here. And I also don't have that much time. Since I have to save this game, load, boom, boom, quit. I'm sure I saved it. The reason I'm leaving it off there is because I have some stuff to get to outside of recording. But I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, no. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, bye-bye.